Hi, how are you? Welcome to my craft room. I appreciate you joining me tonight. Let's see if we can get it together. We're going to use stain tonight. I really hope I don't get this all over me. Maybe, oh, I have a glove in here. I'll use it. I think we need to start with the staining so that we can get past that. Let me lift my sleeves so that I don't make a mess. Okay, so keyword is set up. It is the word Santa. You're going to love the Santa project. This one is an interchangeable. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. And it's really, really cute. I have multiple inserts that go in this frame on my Etsy already. All different seasons. So if you want this one, you can comment Santa. And if you want the other interchangeables that go with it, just send me a message and I can send that over to you. Okay, so I think I might want to wear this on my left hand. I think, so that I can touch this. Okay, so I'm going to just use a foam brush. This is the American Honey Dixie Belle stain that's in my shop. Whenever you comment Santa, you'll get the link to go over and grab this if you don't have it yet. So I don't know if we're keeping these or not. The other one, the walnut one, is already gone off the website. So I don't know what's up with that. I haven't looked at the product list, to be honest with you, to know whether these are going away or what is happening, okay? But if you haven't gotten your stains, we still have this one and we have that cherry one too still, okay? So make sure that you grab them. They're really great. You do want to use them in a ventilated space because they are stinky just like a regular stain. They're not water-based, so don't get them on your clothes. They will stain. Get the pun? Okay. Sorry. I know. I shouldn't try to make jokes. Sometimes they fall flat, but anyways, keyword is Santa. It's all ready to go. We're gonna get this thing put together. I think this one's gonna be fun. I'm pretty sure I've used this frame before. For some reason, I didn't have it on my Etsy, however. So I added it to my Etsy. You can buy these individually, okay? I did give a 25% discount if you buy this bundle tonight, though, with the link. So you don't have to pay full price. I also, y'all, I've been busy today, okay? Busy. I'm going to throw that away because I'm done. I'm going to let this sit over here and hopefully dry. If not, if it doesn't dry completely, then we'll use the dryer thing to dry it because that dryer is amazing. Let me make a little bit of noise here real quick and close that. I love this little thing. I got it with I bought a set of shelves. A set of shelves. Hi, Jessica. Welcome. I've never seen you here before. Are you new? We love newbies. So I'm going to use my Artex pens for the majority of this. I'm going to color this black, just the background, okay? And should be hopefully fairly easy because the background on this is not that big. I'm going to go over the Santa just a little bit because all of this is covered with the cutouts, okay? Which is why I love using cutouts because I can make it 3D. Hey, Steph, how are you? Welcome to the party. So, Jessica, if you've never messaged with me before, you may have to check your message requests in order to get the link. But if you click on the link, I do have to shorten my links because my message gets too long and I can't send it to you. It's a tiny URL link. It's safe, I promise it is. It'll take you to my Square website, and you can check out at a discount to get this bundle. And then, of course, the chalk link is also a tiny URL link, but it will take you to my chalk site, and then you can buy the transfer that we're going to use if you want that also. Okay. I'm hoping that I didn't just screw this up, because I'm looking and I don't think that I'm supposed to be, I think I need to color his shirt. I don't think I have a separate, cutout for the shirt. So I'm gonna have to fix that. That's alright. It's okay. It'll be alright. Just learn from my mistakes, okay? And don't make the same mistakes that I do, because it sucks whenever you have to go back and fix the things. Anywho, so happy to see you here. Make sure that you comment and say hey whenever you jump on. And of course, comment the keywords. So anyways, I've been busy around my craft room this week. I have been digging through, I have this box, okay, in my craft room of like things that I've cut, okay, random on my laser, the most random box you ever will see, okay, of like literally the most random cutouts ever, okay. I'm gonna have to do a couple of layers of this, but we'll use this red Posca pen because it's a little better coverage, I think, for his shirt. Anyways, yeah, I've been going through all my stuff. I also have a table. It's like the junk table. It's actually my shipping table, which I do every day. I use it for shipping. Okay, it's got my scale on it. It has like my printer for my labels on it. It has like my stickers on it. It has everything that I need at like to have at my hands whenever I am shipping, okay? But it also gets cutouts put on it. And the problem there is that the cutouts sometimes pile up, okay? And it's a mess. So I finally was like, okay, I've had enough of, all right, I'm going to let this sit for a minute and just dry, and then we'll come back to it, okay? And I'll do another layer. Maybe that won't be so bad. It sort of looks like shading a little bit. So I might be okay. We'll see. All right, I'm going to use my white Posca. We're going to use paint pens as much as possible tonight, okay? I don't want to pull out paint, y'all. I am exhausted. I've been going through my craft room. I've got all of these cutouts, okay? So many cutouts everywhere. In this box, I have random cutouts that I've cut and never sold, never used. I intended to use them, didn't use them. I had live sales and stuff like that where I just had random stuff everywhere, okay? So I am currently offering a mystery box, and originally I thought I only had like enough stuff for 4. Hey Kathy, but surprise surprise, I was able to make more than that. So I sold those 4 yesterday. So if you bought one yesterday, those are shipped today. All right, and I have another 5 boxes is my point that I put together today. So if you want a mystery bag of cutouts, and I'm talking good cutouts, okay? They are Easter, they are Christmas, they are a little bit of Halloween, fall, spring, random stuff. Coffee, I put a coffee transfer in there. Coffee cutout in there today. Just the most random selection of cutouts you ever saw, all right? Some of the little chalk cutouts, like for whenever they would do those with the club, whenever I was getting multiple club subscriptions, I've got those cutouts in there. If you've seen it, it's probably in there, okay? So the ones that I shipped today, Every last one of them was almost 4 pounds. Okay. So if you can imagine, normally like a small container of cutouts can range from like 5 ounces, which is less than half a pound. I know. I'm excited for you. I can't wait till you see what all you got, because girl, you scored big. I'm telling you. Like, I was a little bit, I filled up that container and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so much to ship. Okay. And the shipping's included in the price. They're $35, y'all. And I promise you, the boxes I shipped out today were probably $100 worth of cutouts. Easily. And just random. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Or more. So yeah, the ones that I shipped today were all almost 4 pounds. Every last one of them. And the crazy thing is that all of them weighed the same, which was so weird. Because I packed them individually and I just was throwing stuff in them until the thing filled up. So it was a day, all right? I had an interesting lunch period today, and then after work, it was... I don't know what's happening. Hold on. Okay, so sorry about that. My phone decided that my car app was going to update right now, which no thanks. I'll pass. I appreciate you interrupting my day for that. It's not necessary though at this second. I'll do it later, okay? That was pretty rude. I'm glad I got up and checked it because that was weird. Anyway, so yeah, if you want a mystery bundle, comment mystery right here, but I promise you, all of them are going to be like 4 pounds, okay? And it's a ton of stuff. And way more than $35 worth, okay? And that includes the shipping costs, so you don't have to pay for shipping. I will cover that shipping for you. And after these 5 that I have left after today, I won't have any more. I'm not cutting new stuff for these. So it's just stuff that I've laying around, and it is all great cutouts. I had some bunnies that I threw in. Y'all, this stuff is cute. I'm really pumped for you all to get them. Everybody that ordered them to get one. Or to get theirs and see what you think about them. So hopefully you'll want to do it again in the future. But mystery bundles are always fun to me. I think, you know, just getting random stuff and not knowing exactly what you're going to get. It's just kind of fun to me. Especially, you know, and the whole, like, premise of the thing is that you don't know what's in it, and it's always more than what you pay for it. So, like, you're helping me clean out my crap in my office, and I'm sending you stuff to paint, okay? So, thank you for that. All right. I don't think I need to paint this, but I'm going to go ahead and I'll do all of this gray. This is the white, this is a white piece, so that, it has a piece that goes on top of it. God, my marker keeps getting stuck on the thing, on the edge. Okay, there's his beard. And I think I'm going to, like, add a little bit of white onto that. I am going to do white on this, one more layer of white, just to make it a good, solid white. This is like the poofs on his hat and on his sleeves, and then the little ball at the end of his hat. All right, we're basically done, I think. I do have a transfer here that I want to use on the background, so we'll do that really fast here in 1 second. Oh, I need to do his face and his nose. So I have this like peachy color. I know, I'm so pumped for you. I would really love to know what you think about it whenever you get it. If you don't mind, send me a message and let me know if I did good or if you hate it. If you love it, tell me what you think, because then I can improve. Oh my gosh. Okay. In the future, but like I also now, so I'm already started taking other stuff and like setting it to the side and saying, okay, this is going to be a mystery bundle. And then the other thing that I have, y'all, and I want to know if you'd be interested. Yeah, absolutely. I will send you a message with that, with the link for that. And you can just go on there and check out. It's just a link you can use anytime. I'm going to use a little makeup sponge. I'm going to cut it off. So that's all I do is just cut it off and then it's new. So that was dried paint on the end of that. And then I'm going to just take my paint and I'm going to just put the tiniest bit right there. I don't even need a lot because it's literally like nothing here to paint for his face and his nose. That is really white. So he's not that white. Let's see. Hold on. I have this kind of different color that's a little bit of a gray-ish. Just a drop. Okay, we'll try this one now. Okay, that one's a little bit better. So this is called Linen from Folk Art. I got those at Hobby Lobby. The other one was Natural Buff, and I think it would be fine on a bigger surface, but this is kind of a small little tiny piece of face. And I mean, it still looks really white. In fact, hold on. That might be a little dark. Hold on a second. I think I have another color that might help that situation. I'm going to dry this first and then we'll see. Yes, absolutely you can. Just send me a message in the daytime. But that link is updated on its own. So like if they sell out, it won't be available anymore. Ooh, this one's actually working fine. This is another one of those Artex pens, y'all. I love these markers. They are so good. They were really cheap from Amazon. It came with so many of them. I mean, like, this is how many markers it came with. That little thing is from Dollar Tree. I got it, like, in the, it was probably $2 section, but I love it. Okay, so I'm going to just add some white, like in here. And then, so as you can see, I did that. Okay, it looks really dark. All right. It's kind of scary, but I'm going to go over that with that gray again. And kind of soften it up a little bit, okay? So that you'll still be able to see it, but it's not so stark, okay? So this gray isn't super dark. I'm kind of actually liking that. I'm going to do the same on his mustache. So that, you know, you just get a little bit of the kind of ghosted type white through that. Okay, so see how that beard is now? It's good. I like it. Okay, that works for me. And then I think I'm good here. Pretty sure. Now, you know, I did mess up on this, but that shading on his sides is not the worst thing I've ever seen. So maybe that was a blessing in disguise that I did the black on the edges like that. I mean, you try it. See what you think. Maybe you can try painting it the correct way, like you're supposed to, and don't always do what I do because I mess things up regularly. I'm going to leave his little eyebrows on here because they are so teeny-tiny, and his face. Okay? Some of these little tiny pieces I'm going to leave. And these little berries. And then I'm going to just set this to the side. And I'll pull them off here in a minute whenever I need it. Okay? I'm going to put this right over there. Okay, so now for the background. Here's my plan. Okay, I have nominee paste out right now, right here. And I have this ho 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 pattern. Now, I don't need the pattern on the whole thing because the Santa's going to be sitting in the middle. All right, I am going to, I'm going to wax this just a little bit, okay? Now, if you haven't been watching me for any length of time, okay, you know that I wax my cutouts, anything wood really, that I put a transfer down on. And just use the tiniest bit. You don't need a lot, okay? And then buff it out with your wax applicator. And then we need to fuzz really well because I don't want to pull this up, all right? So let me stick that under there. And while I've been in here, so just now, a minute ago, before I started my live, I have a set of hearts. This right here. That I was going to use for a project about 1 million years ago, probably. Okay, they've been sitting in here on my desk, and I've been saying, need to use those, but it's not Valentine's Day right now. Or even anywhere close. So I haven't had a project for them, and those are going to go in the bin in there for the next mystery bundles that we do. Okay, I'll throw those in the box. But y'all, it cleared out so much room in my office. Like, I was pretty shocked by how much I had because I didn't think I had as many. 9 mystery boxes worth of stuff. And 4 of them went out today. So, if you ordered, it's on the way, baby. Or it'll be picked up tomorrow morning. Alright, so now, I put this down. The great thing about these transfers these days is that they are so see-through that I can easily see the black part that I need to put my transfer on. And I'm not going to do the rest of it. Okay, I'm not going to waste paste on it because it's just going to get covered up. I might go a little bit over, like on his head and stuff. But on the bottom, I need to be very careful by his shirt because I don't want to screw that up again for the second time tonight. Okay, so I'm going to just go around the edges. And I'm going to gently go down here. And it doesn't have to be all the way up to his shirt. It can be a little bit away so that just for extra comfort, okay? So we just don't mess it up. Oh, I love that. I love it. It's so perfect. Now, I've got to reorganize my life over here a little bit. Let me see. There. Okay, now, I have, like, my stuff drying over here. Oh, gosh. I'm going to knock things over. Anyways, so, the other stuff that I have in my office right now is cutouts that go with transfers. Okay, look how good that looks. Now, I know you're thinking, Pam, that looks insane. I know, honey. I know it. But we're getting there, okay? So, let me dry this. And then we're going to put this whole thing together, and it's going to come together, and you're going to go, oh my gosh, I love it. Anyways, so that's the next goal, is for me to go through all the cutouts that I have in there that go with transfers, which I have a bunch, and figure out, I'm pretty sure that I have the transfers for them too. So I'm going to make some bundles, and if you're not a member of my broadcast channel, you need to join my broadcast channel, because I've been sending out my notices through that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue, starting with the hat, okay? I normally don't do this, but I don't want to put that, well, yeah, I don't want to put the little face in there yet. Normally, I recommend that you put all of your pieces together before you glue anything down. But on this one, what I would recommend you do is, when you first get it and you're going to paint it or whatever, put it together first to make sure you have all your pieces, okay? Before you paint. And then, because this is kind of funny, and I don't want you to have to put it together and then take it all the way apart again, because some of the pieces like slide in there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do his beard and his hat, and then we'll put his face in. And there's one thing, when it comes to his face, that I want to do. Now, somehow his hat is too far over. Now, I'm going to have to... Hopefully we can, I don't know what we can do, but we'll maybe find some way to fix that. But there's his hat and his beard, okay? Now for the rest of it, I want to reach over here. Let's see if I can not knock everything off my desk over there. I have this old blush that I just keep in here. I'm going to just blush those cheeks before I stick him in there. And a little bit on his nose. I don't want it to be too much for his nose. Do that really fast. I always keep that blush in here with those little dauber things, so that I can blush my characters and give them a rosy cheek. Now, I'm taking these off of this off of my tape. Setting them right here so I know that they're here, okay? Because I'm, like, gonna use them. Now, for this part, I'm gonna just dot a little bit of glue right inside of there so that I don't have to try and do it on this tiny piece, okay? And then that should just snap right in, and it does, okay? Then the rest of this stuff is gonna go together. And I want you to remember that for this whole thing, this sits inside of a frame, okay? So you can't put anything over the edge, okay? It all has to go within the framed part. So keep that in mind as you're putting this thing together, that, like, for the little tree that goes over here, it needs to not be hanging off the edge, okay? And then we're just going to start placing all of our pieces. Now, I do say every time to make sure that you place everything before you glue, so that you know where everything goes before you glue anything on. And make sure that you have your stuff painted appropriately. So I need to come in a little bit higher here. That black for his glove. I'm thinking this one might go over here. Those are probably the same, but it doesn't feel the same. Okay. And then that little dot goes there. Now, there is a little burr on that one, so on the edge of that cutout, so I just like use my nail to get it off of there. That is from whenever I cut it. I made this all a pop-out cutout so that it wouldn't be difficult to ship all these itty bitty pieces. So it's all pop out. Whenever you get it, it will all pop out of a piece of like a larger piece of wood to make it easier to ship it. Make sure his eyebrows are lined up. Okay, and then his mustache is going to go right here, and it's going to butt right up to his face. Now, before I do anything else, I need to dot some eyes on him. So I'm going to use the non-brush end, the fine tip from on this pen. It's just a fine tip so that I could get those eyes on there really good. And then I'm going to just push that up to where it covers up the little seam on the face. Put a little dot of glue for the nose. Oops. Alright, and then I'm going to start gluing the rest of these. That was way too much glue. Way too much. I don't know what I was thinking. It just came out. All right, and then on this one, the tree goes first. So do the tree. And then remember to keep that edge clear. So just don't hang over the edge, all right? It's very important whenever we go to put this whole thing together. All right. Oh. Okay, and then he's got a little, I think this goes on his head. I don't know. On his, like at his brow or on his hat or whatever. And then I'm going to just put a little dot of glue. All right. That's super cute. This turned out really good. I really like this background and that. Okay, so now we're all good there. Now we've got our frame, which we painted a minute ago with the stain, remember? And I'm just going to make sure this is really good and dry. That stain does take a little bit longer to set. It's not like paint. So I just want to be sure. And remember, this one is interchangeable, so you can use multiple different seasons for it. It's not going to be one that has to stay in that frame forever, okay? Which you know I love a good interchangeable. And I already have, hey Vicky, how are you? I already have some other inserts that go with this frame on my Etsy page. So if you haven't been to my Etsy, you can check that out. And again, just comment the keyword, which is Santa. All right. And you'll get the links to all this stuff. And also, you'll be able to follow me. You'll be able to get notifications whenever I go live and all that kind of stuff too. Okay. Now, this is a little bit confusing because it took me a minute earlier and somehow I just put it together magically without trouble. But I'm going to do this part first, let this set up, and then we'll apply it to the backer. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure I had these correct before I... Make sure that you put them on here first because they are different lengths. And earlier when I was trying to do this, I couldn't for the life of me figure out how it goes. Because I don't know why I was struggling. I didn't realize at first that they were different lengths and I had put them on wrong, and so I'm going, what the heck? Why isn't this going together correctly? And then it did. I don't know. Sometimes I struggle with things, probably unnecessarily. It's probably my own stupidity that's like, come on, get it together, you know, but I don't know. Once I hit 40, it was kind of like, are you going to get it together? Maybe not. Maybe not. That's all right. And then I'm going to just slide this one out of here and hopefully it will go back in there easily enough. Yeah. And then get that one put in, and it makes it a little layered frame piece. Okay. So this glue sets really fast, which I love. And I don't know if you'll see this, but I've got some undried stain on the edges, so try not to get that all over me, but I probably will anyway. Now, I do like using stick fast on stuff like this that I need it to be a thin layer of glue, but a very strong hold. It's better than hot glue. And I think it's even a better hold than hot glue, to be honest with you. It's like a super glue. Dries really fast. It holds super strong. And you just simply don't have to worry about it, okay? At all. Now, this piece can now just come sit right in here. And if you notice, there's a notch right here, okay? And I didn't paint this because it's just the backer. So this just sits right in there, just like so, okay? When you want to change it out, you just push it right here and it pops right out, okay? As you can see. Now, we do have a easel piece for this. Now, let me get myself kind of cleaned up here because I'm a mess. But what's new? All right. Get that out of there and just set him to the side, y'all. He is adorable. He is so cute. All right, so here are the pieces that you're going to get with your easel in the package, okay? And I will show you exactly how this is going to go. Now, we're going to put this right here. And I'm going to actually use stick fast and hot glue for this part. So I'm going to use stick fast on this piece, all right? And approximately right there in the center until that's set. And then you've got these two little pieces here. Now I'm going to take my hot glue and I'm going to put it right in this little line right there. And then I'm going to take my little doohickey and I'm going to stick it right in that hole into that hot glue. Okay, and it's going to go right in there. It's going to squeeze out some hot glue, but that's fine. That way it's holding it. And then I'm going to take my little thing and I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to put my other piece in here and hook it through my other end of my easel and push that one in. And then I have an easel, okay, that works perfectly for my thing. I love these easels. They work so well, and you can fold it up if you want to, all right? Or you can not use it at all and hang it on the wall if you want, or make it a leaner. It's up to you, all right? Totally up to you how you want to do it, but that just pops right in. It pops easily out when you want to pop it out, and then you can switch it out. And I have so many of these different little signs that go in these, so you can pick and choose what you want to do, and then you just store the little sign and you've got your interchangeable frame. Okay? All right. Well, what do you think? Do you love him? I think he's pretty cute. So make sure that you comment Santa and let me know that you love this right here in the comments. If you're not following, do that already. Sign up for notifications so you know when I go live. And comment mystery if you want one of those mystery cutout boxes, okay? I love you. Good night.